Security, can you tell Solomon I haven't seen him in 3 months? I would like to get pregnant too. Oh, it's the concubines time. I'll be in my headquarters. Solomon, thanks for taking me in before I started prostituting, got sold into slavery, or just died. But spending time is my love language. I would love to spend more. Move! Can I rub his feet this time? Thus! He only got two. How is that, my king? Let me try them. It's my turn! Solomon, I just came back from the doctor and they said I had Genesis X. Could you kind of wrap it up in goat skin or something? My lord. Get your head. So I would like to see my husband respectfully. Will I get to see him? Get your... Oh, this year. This year?
I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukwakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, who I learn from daily, right? And shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And to you ribs, you sisters out there learning silence and staying in order, right? I saw this video, right? And, you know, it's supposed to be a spoof or whatever, a comedy. But, you know, a lot of people coming to the realization, you know, and waking up in their own way, you know what I mean? And, you know, I found that video interesting because that's exactly how it's going to be, man. You know, a lot of these Jakes don't understand, man, that is a, you know, it is a rightful order, man, to serve your man and reverence your husband, as the scriptures say, right? So Solomon, he did have many wives and many concubines. Matter of fact, we're gonna get it right now. Let's see. This is 1 Kings chapter 11. Start at verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women together with the daughter of Pharaoh, right, which would be the modern day so-called Africans, tribe of Ham, right? So he was dealing with Hamitic women. It says here, women of the Moabites, which would be today known as the Chinese, the Ammonites, which is known today as the Japanese, Edomites, which is known today as the so-called white man, Zidonians, and the Hittites. Hittites are also Ham. Verse 2, and of the nations concerning which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them. Right? Because in the book, I think it was Deuteronomy, where it said that not to deal with some of these Hamitic tribes, that we shouldn't be mixing with them, right? It says here, of the nations concerning which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. For surely, this is the reason, for surely they will turn away your hearts after their gods. Now, if you look at Jake today, you know, when dealing with this subject, you see a lot of, you know, people in a so-called conscious community dealing with, you know, the pharaohs and everything. So Yahweh Shai knew that there was a mysticism and an attraction to the Egyptian gods. You know, they were esteemed highly, even when, you know, they were taken out of captivity. They still went back to it. So this is why it's important to not deal with these people, right? It says, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come into you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their God. Solomon clave unto these in love, right? So Solomon loved these women. You know, they turned his heart. You know, and that's why, you know, you shouldn't be dealing with too many women in this world right now. But there's going to come a time where these women are going to flock to you, man. They're going to flock, right? Verse 3, and he had 700 wives, princesses, 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after the other gods and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh his God, and was the heart of David his father, as was the heart of David his father, right? Because King David was known as a man after what was it? Salakia, a man after the Lord's heart, right? Now I want to get it when Jacob's trouble comes. There's gonna be, a lot of widows, right? Because there's gonna be men, fighting like little what you would look like as civil wars, like little pockets of wars, and there's gonna be a lot of widows in that time, and these women are gonna flock to a righteous man, because you're gonna be able to sense it at that day. So, in Jacob's trouble, there's gonna be a lot of widows, man, and it's a scary thing to be out there by yourself. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, right? When a woman says, let me be called by your name, say, let me be your wife, right? So she basically saying, let me be your possession. And this is for protection. This is an attempt to acquire protection. So that to take away our reproach. In that day shall the branch of Yahweh Bashim shall be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel, right? Escape from what? Jacob's trouble. Right? So these women are going to notice the man of the Lord just by, their countenance. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 32. Reads, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old. Right? And right now, some of these fields are owned by Billy Gates, right? He owns a lot of the cattle, a lot of the crops. They're being bought out by China as well. So-called Moab. So it's going to be very disastrous as far as crops goes. It's going to be a lot of famine, right? It says, in her ways and her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husband. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers, right? It's going to be, girls with no protection, no fathers, nothing. It's gonna be a crazy day, man, when you hear these women scream and traverse. Verse 34. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. This will come to pass, Akim. And the people on the know, who know these scriptures, are gonna see it and smile and be like, call all Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because we were expecting this, man. We can't wait. We're tired of this place, man. But yeah, people make light of it. But this is a real serious thing that's going to happen. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 63. The fire consumed their young men, and their maidens were not given to marriage. Their priests fell by the sword, and their widows made no lament. Right? This happened in King David's time, but it's gonna repeat itself. You see, this is exactly what's gonna happen in the prophecy of Isaiah. And you women got to get right, man. If not, the Lord's gonna make you right. It's gonna make it right. So, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.